Namaskar, I am Dr. Shailja Jain, Department of Electronics Engineering, JC Bose University of Science and Technology, YMCA, Faridabad. Today, in this lecture, we will do DD structure. First of all, we must know what do you mean by this DDC. DDC is a direct digital control. Here, computer directly receive the measurement from the process based upon the control law which is already programmed and stored in its memory. It calculates the values of manipulated variable and change the value of manipulated variables in such a way so that there is a zero deviation in desired value desired value of the plant from its actual value. This microprocessor here, in this case we are using a microprocessor as a microcontroller. In the beginning of this diagram we have sensors. These sensors measure different value of the actual output of the plant, because in this circuit we are using distributed control system. In distributed control system, a main plant is divided into number of sub plants, and each output of each sub plant is measured by a different sensor. Here we have a number of sensors, and then we have to use multiplexers. Multiplexer convert the data of a number of sensors into a single output, and then it is applied to a analog to digital converter. Since we are using a microcontroller which is digital in terms, that's why we have to convert the physical data of a plant in analog signal, and then analog signal is converted into digital signal or discrete signal by using analog to digital converter. At the output of this microcontroller or microprocessor, the output generated by this microprocessor is the control signal for the final control element of a process. And again, final control element of a process can understand only analog signal, or you can say physical signal. That's why first aim is to convert this digital signal generated by this microprocessor into analog signal, and here we are using digital to analog converter with the help of which we convert this digital signal into analog signal. Then this analog signal is applied to an actuator, and actuator will actuate the final control element to adjust its position according to control law generated by this microprocessor as a microcontroller. And then output of this microcontroller will goes to a plant, and hence by applying different value of control signal to an actuator, then to a final control element, the output of process will reach to the desired value, or you can say there is a zero deviation between the actual value of the plant and the desired value of the plant. And at this point we can say the plant is totally controlled. And here we have some function that can be performed by a microprocessor. First one is it reads the various process variables from different transmitter through multiplexer and analog to digital converter. It determines the error for which control loop and execute control strategy for each loop. Then it output the correction value to the control valve through digital to analog converter. And then we have memory, we have timer counter circuit, we have serial input output port for a connection to a physical network. Now we will do DDC software. Since we have to control a plant by using some digital controller, that's why we must know what do you mean by this DDC software. Before DDC software, we must understand what is the use of this analog to digital converter and digital to analog converter. This one is the basically diagram of this controller, microprocessor as an controller. Here we are using a computer control algorithm. Then we have digital to analog converter, we have hold element, final control element, and then we have a process. This diagram is very much similar to the feedback control system of any plant. We can say actual output of a process is measured by a measuring sensor. Then we have to use a sensor transducer, because measuring sensor will measure the physical parameter of a process, but we are using a computer or any electronic circuit for the control purposes. That's why first aim is to convert this physical signal into an analog signal and then digital signal, because we are using again a computer here to control the process. First aim is from the measuring sensor we have to convert it into analog signal, and then from analog signal we have to convert this in digital signal by using analog to digital converter. Then output of this process is connected to the computer control program, and here control algorithm is stored in this computer system, and according to this control law, this computer will control the output of a process. Again, this control signal has to be applied to a process, and process is a physical process. That's why we have to convert this control signal generated by a computer in digital form into an physical system. That's why we have to use digital to analog converter, and then we have to use hold element, because here we are using flat top sampling, right? That's why we have to hold the output of a digital to analog converter, and then this output of analog to digital to analog converter is applied to final control element, which will actuate the final control element of a process, basically valve of a process. And according to this control signal generated by a computer, the position of valve will be adjusted, and output generated by a process will be equal to the desired output of a plant. And again, these are the function of a microcomputer which we have discussed earlier. Now come to this DDC software. DDC software is a program which can be used to control the process. We have basically two algorithms. One is a position algorithm, second one is the velocity algorithm. In position algorithm, basically the control algorithm will generate the position of final control element each time, right? Let us suppose in first instant it will generate a control signal so that the position valve will be open at 75%, and in next time let us suppose the position of final control element is 50%. That's why this position algorithm will generate the output 50%, and let us suppose at third instant it will generate a control signal so that final control element will be open at 80%, then it will generate the 80% output, right? It means at every instant of time the control law will generate a control signal and which determine the position of final control element, exact position of final control element. Let us suppose now come to this DDC software position algorithm, and here we are using PID controller, and we know the output of PID controller is such that Kp into En plus Kd delta E by delta T plus 1 plus Ki integration from 0 to n En delta T plus Y naught, right? This one is the expression of the output by generated by a control algorithm using PID controller. PID means proportional, integral and derivative controller, right? This one is the simple expression in terms of this error. Yn is the valve position at any time n. Y naught is the median valve position or the reset position of the valve. Kp is the proportional controller gain. Ki is the integral controller gain. Kd is the derivative controller gain, and En is the error at any instant Tn, and this error will be equal to S minus Vn, and here S is the set point value or you can say desired value, and Vn is the actual value of the plant at any instant Tn, or you can say Vn is the value of controlled variable at any instant Tn. Now the PID controller is to be realized on a microprocessor based system. That's why, and in equation 1 the PID algorithm is given in terms of analog signals. That's why first aim is to convert this analog controller into a digital controller. That's why in case of digital controller we must use a discrete signals, right? In discrete signal we can say this integral term can be converted into a summation terms. Here for an integral term we have a integration, that's why, and here for a digital signal we must convert this integral term into a summation term. That's why equation 1 can be changed by changing this integral term, and this integral term will be equal to 1 upon ki summation from t is equal to 0 to n et delta t, and the differential term kd de by dt at any instant is proportional to the rate of change of the error. That's why this derivative term can be replaced by rate of change of two error signals, and this can be equal to kd en minus 1 delta t, where en is the error at an instant tn and en minus 1 is the error at any instant n minus 1 or calculated at the previous instant. With this modification we can write the equation in terms of digital signal, right, like equation number 2, where yn is equal to kp en plus kd en minus 1 delta t plus 1 upon ki summation of I is equal to 0 to n ei delta t plus y naught, right. This one is the equation of PID controller in terms of discrete signals. Now, in order to increase the accuracy of a PID controller, we have to need some modification, and first modification is for integral term. Here in integral term we will use a trapezoidal rule for integral term and interpolation technique for derivative term. First we will discuss this trapezoidal rule for integral term. We know whenever we have to take the value of a process output, if we take the value of process output at different instant and then we take its average, then it will give a greater accuracy as compared to the single value. That's why in trapezoidal rule the integral term can be changed like this: I is equal to 0 to n ei plus ei minus 1 divided by 2 delta t, or you can say we are taking the average of error between two instant, first instant and the previous instant, and then we will take its average value, right. This one is the trapezoidal rule. Next come to interpolation method for derivative term. Now in interpolation method we are using here 4-point interpolation method, and this will obviously this method will increase the efficiency and accuracy of the process output. Here we have to take the 4-point interpolation method, and that's why we are taking 4 points or the output of a plant at 4 instant of time. First instant is Vn, previous is Vn minus 1, third one is Vn minus 2, and last one is Vn minus 3. Obviously in order to take the value at a particular position we have to take average of these values, but now we have to take the rate of change of error because we are using a derivative term. That's why we have to take the average value rate of change of this error. That's why it will be, this equation will be changed by 1 by 4 Vn minus V star 1.5 delta t. We can see from this diagram 4.4, if we take the instant Vn minus Vn star, the time interval between these two is equal to delta t plus 0.5 of delta t. That's why total interval is 1.5 delta t. Then second term is plus Vn minus 1 minus V star divided by 0.5 delta t. It is because for the second instant Vn minus 1 and V star there is a time difference of 0.5. That's why in denominator we have written 0.5 delta t. In next third interpolation, third point पे हमने क्या लिया है, plus V star minus, we are moving from right to left, V star minus Vn minus 2, and time difference between these two is 0.5 delta t. And next term is V star minus Vn minus 3 divided by, again it will be a difference of 1.5 delta t instant of time, right. That's why the whole expression by dividing these will be equal to 1 by 6 delta t into Vn plus 3 Vn minus 1 minus 3 Vn minus 2 minus Vn minus 3, right. This one is the expression for rate of change of error. Now if we see the expression, equation number 1 and 2, then we can see we have a value S minus Vn. Error is equal to, and whole expression is based upon output generated by a comparator, and or you can say output generated by a controller, and output of a controller depends upon error generated by a comparator. That's why equation must hold value of En, right? If we consider this equation number 5, then we can say if we replace here E is equal to S minus Vn, or Vn is equal to, what is the expression? S minus Vn, or you can say Vn is equal to S माइनस ई एन. दैट्स वाई वी कैन से जो हमारे पास वोल्टेज थी इसको हम इन टर्म्स ऑफ अगर एरर लिखेंगे देन इट विल बी सेम एज दैट ऑफ योर, बिकॉज हेयर इन इक्वेशन नंबर 5 वी हैव 3 plus 1 4 positive terms and 4 negative terms. That's why we have 4s positive and 4s negative. It will be cancel out and the remainder will be equal to delta E by delta t is equal to delta V by delta t. It will comes out 1 upon 6 delta t En plus 3En minus 1 minus 3En minus 2 minus En minus 3. Or you can say in equation number 5 we have to simply replace the Vn is equal to S minus En, then we will get this expression given by equation number 6, we can say. Right, after these two modification we can have equation number 2 can be written as Yn is equal to Kp into En plus Kd 6 delta t En plus 3 En minus 1 minus 3 En minus 2 minus En minus 3 plus 1 upon Ki with summation of I is equal to 0 and Ei plus Ei minus 1 by 2 delta t plus Y naught. Again it will hold the median position of the valve. Right, this one is the expression for position algorithm for a DDC software. Right, by using these methods we can control the position of a valve. We have some disadvantage of this method, and this disadvantage is because of this median position. At every instant of time the control signal generated by a controller will be initialized, will be returned to its reset value. Let us suppose it generates the value of 50% to open the valve. Then the final control element will move from 0 to 50%. In next instant of time, let us suppose it generates the value of 75% to open the valve. Now again the final control element will come to its original position, reset position Y0, and then it will move to the 75%. In third instant of time, let us suppose it generates the signal at 80% to open the control valve. Then again it move to the original position and then it will move to the 80%. Means at every instant of time it will move to its original reset point and then it will move to the position given by control algorithm for position of the final control element. That's why this one is the main disadvantage, because at every instant of time it has to move to its original position and then it will come to the position indicated by this final control element. In next lecture we will do the velocity algorithm, and all these disadvantages will be overcome by using a velocity algorithm. Thank you.